This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Let's talk about David Rush. He set the Guinness World Record for the farthest distance balancing a running chainsaw on the chin, which what?
You know, some world records are meant to never be broken. Yeah. Why is this even a thing?
Yeah, okay, so the farthest distance balancing a running chainsaw on the chin, he balanced it for 206 feet and 8 inches. No one had attempted it before, so Guinness was like, okay, well, we'll make the minimum mark like 32.8 feet. How's that?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because if no one's ever done it before, wouldn't one step be a world record? But I guess they're just like, yeah, we're not going to waste our time unless you could do it at least for 30 feet. 32
yeah,
feet.
And you can check out the video. And the guy you hear in the background is the spotter on the track calling out the lane number to keep him centered. And there he goes. 3, 2, 1, go! 3, 5, 4, 4. This
63 meters, a running lawnmower on the chin. That was terrifying.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
No, thank you.
You know, I'd expect someone a lot younger and dumber to do this, but this guy looks like he's a grown man. I don't know why he's doing it. He seems like he's probably fun at parties, though.
He probably. Well, it seems like something like, okay, I have no legacy. I need to do something so my kids will be proud of me.
Yeah, I don't.
I like to talk to his kids and see if they really are. They're just like, Dad's an idiot.
Yeah.
He's been practicing this, and we're just like, Dad, at some point you could get really hurt.
Exactly. I mean, okay, chainsaw boy, but okay. All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you got to have something in life, and you've got that. And you get to put that up in your house and go, here it is over my fireplace. I'm the running with the chainsaw guy.
But you know now there's going to be somebody out there, because I'm sure we're not the only people that are talking about this and spreading virally as well, that there's someone out there who's like, I could do that.
Nobody's ever done it before. I feel like there has to be some training. Okay, if you want to be I suppose if you're the ultimate troll.
Yeah, there's at least one person that's thinking, I'm good at balancing things on my chin. I can do this.
Yeah, I bet you are, sir.
This isn't the only thing he balances on his chin, though.
Oh, yeah?
He balances other things on his chin.
He also went 1 kilometer with a lawnmower on his chin.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He just tries to break as many records as he can.
With stupid, dangerous things. I like this guy.
What kind of a lawnmower? Wait, what do you mean a lawnmower?
Like a push one or like
a push one?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like a push one that has
There you go.
Oh, there he goes.
It's a small one, but
it's still a lawnmower.
Wow. Yeah, it's like it's not a gas powered or whatever. It's just a regular push mower, but there he goes.
I mean, he's got the handle probably locked in so it doesn't move, obviously, but that is impressive. I don't know why you need to have that skill, but it's impressive.
See, that was, as a youth, he found out that he could balance things on his chin, and now it's just like he said, he's just trying to get as many records as possible with many weird things.
Does he have the lawnmower record? I think that's probably a record, right?
I think so.
He's got a Christmas tree he's balancing on his chin.
Yeah, he says Guinness World Record according to his YouTube.
And a few texters brought up a good point. I mean, it is impressive that he's balancing a chainsaw on his chin, but if it's just running with no throttle, that means the chain's not spinning. So there's not like if he dropped it, it wouldn't like chop him up.
Oh, see, then that record's useless then.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was impressive, but
this guy's a loser.
Yeah, whatever. If you can't die from this, then what's the point, sir?
I don't know.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, that lawnmower should be on, spinning with
Yes.
the blades if he's going to do this.
He does have the world record for Fruit Ninja, like real Fruit Ninja. He sliced 85 kiwis in 1 minute with a sword.
Wait, like they threw him at him?
Yeah.
What?
He
I don't
also
wanna
did
get a
101 rolls of toilet paper balanced on his head.
Okay, so do you know how many, like, I mean, you're on his YouTube channel. How many records does this guy have?
Oh,
Like,
well, I mean, I need to go look in a little deeper. I'm just watching the videos because he's all kinds of
The
ridiculous.
weird part is, BJ, I'm looking at it, and you would think he'd be getting more views. He's got about under 2,000 views on this, the Ninja one.
Well, he's not a bikini barista, so
Yeah, that's the
obviously
problem.
you just-
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know until he takes off his top.
That's true, actually.
Yeah. Okay, so there he is, and people are. Is he moving his sword, or are people just throwing it at his sword?
He's like jerking the sword.
Yeah, he is slicing down on it, but it looks like he's like on a weird balance board too while he does it.
Oh, okay.
So that
well,
adds
that's
to
tough.
it. Yeah.
That's how ninjas do it.
Right?
Yeah, you got to be on a balance board.
Right.
Well, I guess the guy is.
He has a nice house.
Right?
Yeah, well, I guess this is. Yeah, I wonder what he does for a living because you're right, Steve. He's got a nice house and he's doing these YouTube, but he doesn't have a lot of views though, Vic. How can he be making money off that?
It also says he's an author, speaker, entertainer, and STEM advocate.
There you go. So he does speaking engagements at probably like high schools and stuff. Achieve your dreams like me, balancing things on my chin.
Yeah,
Or he's
breaking
hoping-
world records.
He might be hoping that this will get some traction and he'll start getting more views. I would imagine now, like the chainsaw one will probably get more views than him just like having people throw fruit at him.
We should keep track of that, Vicky. See if in fact the chainsaw one he finally gets over like 100,000. Because even 100,000 views is not that much on YouTube these days. Hate to say it. Yeah,
Well, I noticed that his kids were in the background. I wonder if he was just kind of having fun with it, for his kids too. Because his kids look a little bit younger, maybe like, I don't know, like 8, 9, 10-ish.
Yeah, around that age. He says he performs and attempts Guinness World Records to inspire students and employees alike to set their goals high. So he's a motivational speaker.
So that's what he is.
He seems like he'd be a fun dad to have around. I mean, I worry that one day they might have to like eulogize him because he did something really stupid. But until that day comes, he seems like a really cool dad.
I guess, I mean, he could be a worse dad, but that's for sure. Not sure how I feel about it.
Like, what'd you guys do yesterday? Well, I watched my dad have someone throw kiwi fruit at him as he held a sword and just kind of jerked it back and forth.
Yeah, the fruit
cutting it.
ninja thing is cool since, if you know the game, it's kind of like, oh, my dad's a real life fruit ninja guy. That's cool. All right. I mean, look, he's not hurting anybody and close to not hurting himself, too. So, I mean.
It looks like he does have a day job. He's a senior product manager at a technology company in Idaho.
There we go.
So
He's
that's where the
loaded
money
and he
comes
still
from.
wants to live on the edge, BJ.
Yeah, a motivational speaker, I'd be like, okay, look, I don't mind somebody being a motivational speaker, but the guy chops kiwis. Why is he at my company retreat telling me how to run my business? You know what I mean? It's like, yes, he balances a lawnmower on his chin. How does that help our company? Why is this idiot speaking to us?
Right, after the engagement, you go to your boss and he's like, what'd you think? I'm like, it was impressive. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to be motivated to do now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why sometimes I'm like with these motivational speakers, it's like, but what did you do to get the position to talk to me? But he has a day job. Okay, so then they know what, good for this guy. Then it's great hobbies, and who knows, maybe he'll make some money off.
Maybe his motivational speech is like, anything is possible. I just convinced your company to pay me a lot of money to speak in front of all of you because I balanced a chainsaw on my chin.
That isn't a way, Steve. I think I would have to basically give him the win for that.
Yep.
Because he would be like, this is how I got here. Yeah,
Or
you're right.
catching
That
the
is
most
one.
marshmallows in his mouth in 1 minute.
Now that's impressive.
Is it the mini marshmallows or he's doing the big boys?
The big boys.
Oh,
He
wow.
catches it and drops it.
Only 1,200 views, though.
Oh.
Come on,
he
buddy.
catches and drops it.
Yeah, he
Well,
spits it
that's
out
not-
into
I
a thing.
I don't think that's important.
None of this is important.
No.
I should say impressive. If he caught them and ate them, then they'd be like, all right, but I mean, you catch them and you drop them. It's like, all right, well,
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you just catch something in your mouth. I mean, my dog can do that, can't he? If I had a dog who'd want to catch a marshmallow.
I don't know. I've tried throwing marshmallows at Lulu's face. She doesn't catch them. They hit her in the face, and then she picks them up off the floor.
I realize this guy is fun, and I realize this guy, I guess, is impressive, and yet I am completely unimpressed by this guy.
You don't like him.
Oh, I would be like, I don't get this guy.
So if David, the guy's what, David Rush?
Yep.
Yeah, David Rush.
Like, let's just say you're sitting at a bar and you're like, hey, what's your name? I'm David Rush. You might know me from my YouTube channel.
I'd move. I'd be like, David, all right, congratulations. What are you? The CEO of what? A marshmallow eating company? I don't know what the hell you do. Get out of here.
Yeah, it looks like the video that he's gotten the most views on with 41,000 views is 1 liter of lemon juice, like that he drank in under 17 seconds.
Again, why?
Why not?
I might fire him.
That's the motivational speech.
I might have to fire him from my company. It'd be like, David, what are you doing? What is this?
Wouldn't that be funny if he was like, I wasn't able to get the project done in time to the boss, and the boss is like, let's get on YouTube and let's see what's going on in your personal life.
Was it a little too much lemon juice, David? Was that the problem?
Oh, dude, he's just sucking that lemon juice down.
Whoa, that's bad.
Yeah, okay, David.
Dude, we try to it's a little bit different, but like we wanted to get like a video of Tatum trying, because everyone's like, you got to get a video of your kid eating a lemon for the first time.
Oh,
it's funny.
Yeah.
So we got a lemon, and we're like, oh, let's do it. This will be fun. And she just takes a bite out of it and no-sells it. Like, it's not a big deal at all, and just eats it. The rind and
really?
all. Not even flinching. And I'm
wow.
And I'm like, what in the hell just happened?
That baby is hardcore.
Right? Like, she just ate it like it was not a big deal. And then I tried a piece. I'm like, nope, it's definitely a lemon. I thought maybe we got like a flavorless lemon. I don't know if that's a new thing. You know, they got grape flavored apples. Why not flavorless lemons?
Flavorless lemons are great.
They got grapes that taste like cotton candy. You never know what's happening these days in the produce section.
Flavorless lemons.
She's just like her dad and loves probably Sour Patch Kids and Warheads and all of the sour stuff. So dude, I appreciate that.
It was impressive. I was just like as if we just handed her a tomato. Like nothing changed in her demeanor.
Wow, but yet she does like some food, so I guess she does know taste.
Oh, dude, yeah, she'll eat everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting thing that she doesn't pick up on that. I wonder that's that. I would, keep me posted to see if she ever gets her sour buds or whatever the heck it is that would.
I feel like at this point it's gone. I mean, usually it's that's that first time that you try it where it's like, whoa, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Dang. Well, give her a sour. Oh, you can't give her a Sour Patch Kid yet, can you?
I mean, I can do whatever I want, man. I'm her father.
That's a good point. Well, get her that liter of lemon juice and the chainsaw. Let's get it done. Let's break that record.
That'd be great if Mom walks in and we both have a bowl of lemon juice and straws.
Yeah.
It's like, I am never leaving you alone with our child again.
Yeah. There's a great online chat about some new unwritten man rules. And we're wondering, are you guilty of breaking any of these rules? I'll tell you all about this at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's a new thread online where men are talking about the unwritten rules they have.
Oh, I like this. Me too, because it just illustrates every rule that I break. I always like taking your man card away from you. You're like Grey's Anatomy. I don't care. Like, what am I? Oh, in fact, that's going to really affect my life that my man card was taken away from me.
Yeah, you lose your man card, buddy. Mm-hmm. There was a time, I mean, look, it's getting better and better, but man, yeah, you did not want to be not a man, which I faced a lot in my life because I wasn't a typical dude. So to have my man card taken away was a big deal. I'm happy to see not such a big deal for you, Steve.
It's just a funny thing that people need to have that. Like, I'm so macho, and if you don't do what I do, therefore you're not macho. And I'm like, I don't think that macho I care about is Randy.
Welcome to the 60s and the 70s, Steve. Because that was pretty much the life.
Right. Do you think you guys are breaking these rules or not?
It depends on what they are. I mean, of course, I think that I break every man rule in the entire book because I wear makeup and I have nail polish and don't really dress kind of manly, that I would say.
Lots of manly dudes wear different color shoes, brother.
Well, I was going to say skinny jeans, but
It really depends on where you are, Danny, because I think you're following all the metrosexual man rules, which means you're a cosmopolitan dude, like a guy in the city. I think a lot of people, I feel like a lot of dudes might go, "What is wrong with you that you don't have nail polish on your fingers and you're not wearing? What are you doing?"
Fair enough.
Yeah, but you're right. If you're in the Midwest, Danny, I think people would be like, "What? No, Dan, get out of here! Get out of here, Danny." But there are some rules that I honestly, I look at this list and I didn't even know these were rules.
Okay.
So it's one thing to break them, Steve. It's the other one to not even be aware of them. Like this one, nod down when you greet someone, nod up when you know them.
That's funny.
It's so funny. I do this without even realizing it.
Because up is more like a, what's up?
Hey, we want to talk.
Yeah.
And down is just like, I acknowledge you, sir.
It's like a respectful bow.
Dude, it's so weird, though, like at the gym, like when I'm going either in or out of the locker room, and more often than not, you end up like walking in and someone's walking out, and people just look straight down. Like it's like I don't know what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting like a high five chest bump, but like, you're looking at, giving each other a look, like a smile. People don't like being smiled at, especially dudes at gyms. I don't know, like it's like a weird thing, like as if I don't know if they think I'm like trying to flirt with them or what, but like I'm just happy to be here, man. Like I'm in good spirits. I don't know why you're so mad at me.
I think it's people think it's an invitation to do small talk, and everyone wants to avoid it at all costs.
I have my headphones on. I'm not talking to you.
But like it's like why sometimes I'll fake. I mean, I'm always on my phone, but I'll fake be on my phone walking through the halls here, because if you make eye contact with anybody, then you have to be like, "Hey, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Good. Why did we have to do that? Damn it."
I would just say what's up and just keep walking.
Yeah, I don't know why you can't. That's what I do. When people say how you doing, they don't want to know. It's just a way of saying hi.
It's kind of like you feel like you have to respond. Like even if you don't want to, like it just comes out. Like if you're Catholic and someone says "peace be with you," your immediate response is also with you. It's kind of the same thing.
Dude, there was a person I used to work with, BJ, right back in the not even here at this company, a different radio company. There was a well-known morning radio guy who was like, he wanted to be like the guy that everyone knew, so he'd walk around being like, hey, how are you doing? Hey, but he would never stop to actually hear how you're doing. He would ask you how you're doing, but so after a while, like it was a running joke in like our office, because he'd walk by like, hey Steve, how you doing? I'm like, I ran over a cat today, and like you hear nothing. Nothing. Like he didn't even like acknowledge that you even like. He was just so into himself. He just wanted to like look like he was the company guy saying hi to everyone, but didn't give an F about what you had to say in response.
Oh yeah, it's so. See, that's why "how you doing" is so hard for me, because "how you doing" is a Massachusetts greeting. You use it like "how are you?" You know what I mean? Which is just it's basically hi. Or is it how are you is Massachusetts? Is "how you doing" New York?
I don't know, but this person said how are you? I don't know if he said how you doing, but he said how are you doing.
I thought that's how you flirt. Like the documentary Friends would always do how you doing.
It's on the inflection on the you.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
how you.
That's why it's so hard. I just make the assumption it's just a hello, but maybe you're right. With him, Steve, I mean, if he could just be like, I want to be that guy touching all the bases. I talk to everybody.
And for all we know, he heard everything I said. It was just like, that Steve guy seems like a lot of drama surrounds him. I'm not stopping to talk to him. Yeah, he ran over a cat. He punched a nurse. Like this is some weird stuff going on.
Playing
with
some
him.
GTA over there?
Yes.
So we're talking about the unwritten rules that these men online said that you should just know about. And how about this? If a friend buys you a drink, you don't pay it back. You buy the next round.
Yeah. That's also,
that makes sense, yeah.
I follow that one all the time.
That one makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. If somebody gets me a drink.
Instead of saying, here's $5 for that drink, you just say, I'll get the next round.
Oh, okay. I thought when you said when it was next round, I thought I have to buy drinks like for a bunch of people because you just bought me one.
No, a round of drinks for you and your buddy.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that works.
You got to buy one for the entire bar. Got you.
Sucker. Yeah.
Do it first, so you have to do it.
I forget that a round can just be us two dudes. Yeah, that works.
We do that a lot of times, even with like Ted and I will go get lunch from time to time. It will just be like, I'll pay for one time. He'll be like, I'll get the next one. And to be honest, I have no idea if we're actually like neither one of us keep tabs on who got the last lunch. My buddy Matt Farmer and I will do that too. And it's just like, is it my turn or your turn? Both of us like, I'll just pay.
Well, and it goes beyond like even food and beer too. Like when Joe and I hang out, usually on Fridays, it's like I'll grab the drinks if you grab the Uber, and then he'll grab the Uber, and then I'll grab the drinks at the next bar.
Do you realize you pronounced Uber two different ways?
Yeah, you said Uber, then Uber.
It came out of my mouth, and I was hoping we were going to skirt past that.
No, that's what my parents call Uber. They call it Uber.
Yeah.
No matter how hard my wife and I try to change it, they were just like, no, it's Uber.
But you pivoted and changed it after.
He knew what he'd done. He knew what he'd done. He'd hope we would ignore it.
No.
But we don't ignore those
Man
things.
rule number 6, you say Uber instead of Uber.
Yeah. I like this unwritten rule. Beer, pizza, and barbecue is an acceptable payment for helping another man.
In college.
Now, too.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
No, I'm with Danny.
Good luck getting me to help you, but if I did, I'm cool with just a slice of pizza.
Yeah, if you're offering to help, like if I say, hey, like, can you help me move? I'll buy pizza. I'm like,
No.
hire a mover.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm not at that point in my life
People
anymore.
aren't going to come if you just offer pizza and beer these days.
But what if the person's down on his luck, can't afford a mover? It's like, I need my friends to chip in and help out.
It's an addendum to me. I will, if I do want to help you, if I agree to help you with anything, then yes, that's an acceptable payment, beer, pizza, and barbecue. And like the Rev said, if you ask me to do something like moving, I'm not going to help you. So don't worry about it. You won't have to pay me anything. I will not help you. And I think that's key. But I think that we all can agree that if we decide to help somebody, sure, beer, pizza, barbecue, that's okay. That's a good payment. Feed my belly. What am I going to do? Take the money and go buy that stuff anyway if you gave it to me.
Sure. Yeah, that's true.
Someone said men who own old lady dogs need to turn in their man cards, like Shih Tzus, Chihuahuas, Pugs, etc. Well, speaking as a man who has a very manly dog and a Maltese Bichon, I agree. I don't care.
Those dogs, I will say this,
who
having a
cares
small
anymore?
dog, they're a pain in the ass. I mean, really, I would argue that, sure, it's great to have a big dog because they're cool, chill, and don't really bother anybody.
For the most part, you're right.
Yeah, but the little dogs are a pain in the
See, I never had a little dog until with my wife, and then we got Lulu, who's
they're horrible.
9 pounds of greatness. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God, they bark at everything. They're always nervous. They're taking dumps everywhere. Oh,
well,
none of these are a problem for me, BJ. You're absolutely right.
And you're talking like big dogs don't get nervous ever or go poo ever. Like,
No,
I'm also 5'1", so a big dog to me is huge.
yeah, we're talking about the same size dog, Vicky.
Yeah,
it's
I
just
don't
to
know.
you. You're like,
But it is funny though. Whenever we go anywhere, like we'll walk around like the farmer's market or something, and like if Sid goes to the bathroom and it's just me and Lulu, and Lulu's got like a bright pink leash and a harness, and then there's me, just like all black shirt, tattoos, and someone will come up and be like, "Cool dog, man," and they think like as if I'm going to be embarrassed. I'm like, I know. Would you like to meet Lulu? And Lulu's like trying to bite them.
yeah, of course. Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
Not really, but
that's awesome.
she'll bark at them. That's pretty awesome.
This next unwritten rule should have been given to a former employee of KISW.
Oh.
Don't use the urinal next to an occupied one.
Well, there's been a few people that worked at this station that would. All fairness here, we only have 2 urinals, so you have no choice. But if I go to a stadium and I hit up a urinal and someone posts up right next to mine when there's a row of empty ones, I'm just like, why?
Or the airport.
Dude, I use the
so
toilet.
many times at the airport.
I will use, but here at the station, I'll use the toilet. I will if there's someone's at the urinal, I'll use one of the stalls. I mean, I just feel like it's an unwritten rule. Don't
That's one of my man rules. If you're going number 1, you use the urinal. You don't use a toilet.
What?
Oh, see, those rules are.
I really don't.
What kind of rule is this?
I don't care, but I just
these
knew
are
it would piss
conflicts.
off 2 of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it doesn't piss me off. I just like, well, now we have a conflict. What are we going to do about these rules?
But what if someone came in and had to go number 2, and there you are, Sammy Stahl going number 1.
How long am I taking?
man, yeah.
How long am I taking going number 1? At that point, they're essing themselves if they can't wait for me to finish number 1 by the time they come in. I mean, seriously. I mean,
There's been some mornings I wake up and I'm like here and I'm like, I'll cycle through a couple people who've used the urinal while I'm still using the urinal.
Oh, really? I don't know what to say about that, Mr. Longstream. I
yeah.
tell you.
It's
A lot of water.
Yes. Too much water, Rev.
You said it depends. I thought you said get depends. I was like, they could do that as well.
I mean, that's what I'm going to do at some point, right? I mean, it's good advice for me, Danny. I'm going to take it.
Oh, you gonna poop your pants while you put on some Depends, buddy?
Yeah.
But I will.
So we get some unwritten rules here that were discussed online for men. How about this? Don't roast a man in front of their kid.
Agreed.
I think that's a fair thing. I don't think you should insult anybody, man or woman, in front of their own child and embarrass them.
What if the person is setting a really bad example in front of his kid? I mean, what do you do then? Do you just let it happen?
Pull him aside.
Yeah, if I can't pull him aside. Yeah, you're right. If I can't pull him aside, that's what I'll do.
I'm thinking roast, that's more like goofing on somebody. Like, I'm not going to be like, Bob, did you know your father pooped himself at work because somebody was using the stall?
You're right.
Like that, I wouldn't do that to them.
There's no reason for that in front of his kid. I mean, unless it's a fun story that everybody can, there's a fine line. You want to bro down with the family, the kids, and go, your dad one time did, but it really is. Yeah, it can't be a mean-spirited, roasty thing that you might do around your buddies. Like, his name, you know why they call him Poopy Head, right? Whatever.
But you also don't know. That's where you have to kind of be careful, because you might think it's a funny story, and
that's
it could be a fun story over beers, but not in front of a kid.
Yeah, I think anything that's an embarrassing story, you just kind of hold off.
Yeah.
It's not needed.
My friend Sean he's not aware of those things. And if he's hearing right now, he'll take this under. Yeah.
Is that SHAWN or SEAN?
Oh, it's an SEAN.
Okay, just so he knows.
He needs to know. But he sometimes doesn't understand, like, dude, this isn't the time. And he's like, oh no, I think this will be hilarious. No, really, it is not the time. So he's one of those guys where you might have to go, you don't want to say that in front of the guy's kid. He's one of those guys.
That's happened where I'm like mid-story and I realized quickly, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm at church right now about to share a really dumb like I got to figure out a way to pivot out of the story. Like, have you ever had that happen where you're like sharing definitely. A funny story, but then you forget that like the story involves like doing hallucinogenics or something like stupid that could maybe make, and you're just like, oh man, how do I change this story mid-story so that way I'm not like looking like I'm insane.
That's awesome.
And then I ended up pooping myself.
Yeah, the end.
Let's talk about luck on the sermon, pastor.
Oh, man.
I've done that before, but not through like a church. It was like not getting a buddy in trouble in front of his girlfriend, like telling a story and being like, oh, she doesn't know that. I have to get out. It was me. I did it.
Right.
I went to the strip club. Or what,
That's what it was. Yeah.
I spent $1,000 there.
That's not him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't. He told me not to go. He stayed at the bar next door.
This one here definitely applies to me, and I have broken this rule many times.
Oh boy!
Don't start drama.
Oh yeah,
you are drama.
You are drama. Yeah.
Oh well, if I am drama, then you know what? What can I say? I mean, if I'm drama myself, then it's not like I'm starting it. It's always going to be there. And if drama begins, every man should take steps to de-escalate said drama.
Mm-hmm. By just leaving. That's right.
Yeah, all I got to do is leave. That should do it.
Or pulling out your cell phone to record it.
There you go. Just to play on your phone so you can ignore the drama that's happening around you.
That too.
Yeah. In there. And this last one, I mean, it's probably, I might have wrecked this one too. When your friend's crush is around, he is the funniest in the group. Like everyone just sort of lets him be the focal point of like the awesomeness.
And if I remember like being like wingman days, if one of my buddies was like definitely hollering at a girl, like you pump that person's tires up as much as you can.
Yeah.
Like to the point where you even like, did you know he once was a scientist? He'd stopped doing it because he ended up going on a mission to help starving children.
Yeah.
He's the greatest guy I ever met.
Greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
He took a bullet from me once.
Yeah, I don't know if it works. I've never done that because I've always decided I wanted to be like the best guy ever, no matter what the situation was.
No, you go to the woman and start asking her about her father, and then that's when it just kind of all breaks down.
Well, it makes him look better, doesn't it? Because he didn't do it.
No, it's hard to look better when they're leaving the train and just abandoning us, BJ.
Yeah,
Nothing that ever happened in Boston.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry about that. Well, that was my thought. It was not a good thought.
On the flip side, too, if you're the one that's like trying to impress the girl and you have like, but don't crap on your buddies to make yourself look better.
Yeah.
I feel like that. I've seen that happen too, where like I'll have a buddy that's just like nonstop. You could tell like he's like either just nervous energy, so he's just like trying to, and like maybe jealous, thinking that maybe that person's into you as well, so he wants to make you look bad. I mean, and it's just like, dude, you're looking like an idiot. Stop insulting me.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, BJ.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing. I failed those last two. There's no doubt about it. I'm done. It's I did not pass those unwritten rules. Take the card away from me.
I love these things though, because like I said, like so many of them you do break, and it's so funny like what people have as like their standards of what makes you a dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I think anything that makes like is honor based. If I can be as honorable as I can be, I feel like I pass a lot of man rules if I can be honorable. I feel like that's really the good rule of thumb because there's so many unwritten rules out there. It's like I don't know, but it's like I'm trying to be a good person. How's that? You know,
as long as you don't have a little dog, you're cool.
Oh, the little dog, F that. Yeah, F that little dog. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not really F it, but let someone else do that. Yesterday, Steve.
Ouch.
He did get this one wrong.
What ancient Roman city was buried in volcanic ash when Mount Vesuvius erupted in the year 79 AD?
I'm going to go Aquarius.
No.
Atlantis.
No.
Pluto.
No.
All right. Well, you went with an astrological sign. You did a fictional city and then a planet that's not a planet anymore.
Mm-hmm. Clearly, I did not know the question.
Well, you did pick, 3 different locales. The one maybe somewhere in space, but it was Pompeii, which that was a place.
I can't even spell Pompeii. What do you?
Yeah. Well, I couldn't either, to be honest. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 8:50 on the Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's a question from a listener. My house is currently in foreclosure. I've stopped making payments. What can I do to save my house?
If you're already in foreclosure behind on your mortgage, you can stop the foreclosure by filing a bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcy. Chapter 13 can help you catch up on your house payments if you're behind. It would mean that you'd have to start making your house payments again and catch up on the amount that you're behind over 5 years. You could also take off or strip off your second mortgage, which would help you to reduce your housing payment every month, especially once you're done with the plan and done catching up on your first mortgage. We could also try to buy you some time by filing a Chapter 13 case. Filing a Chapter 13 would definitely stop your foreclosure.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.